few, as many maidens would be.
If you're welcome back to Not in My Lifetime channel for a very special stream, the return of the legend, a real supporter of the channel. It's been, since the very start. We started doing this about almost 2 years ago now, which is crazy. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now, bonkers. But yeah, instead of wasting more time than we're doing, let's welcome the legend himself, Tone. Welcome back, mate. You good?
I'm really well, yeah, really, really good. Thanks for having me on. Well, we mentioned it when we met in person, didn't we? About a year ago, whenever it was. Said, "Oh yeah, I'll come on and all that." So yeah, thanks for having me on, mate, and hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm very good, mate. Yeah, as I said, people probably notice as well that this is actually on YouTube rather than Twitter. It's kind of becoming a thing now that I'm going to start doing a bit more now myself. I think people probably going to agree at this point that X now is getting a little bit worse and worse. So I'm kind of just focusing now more on just people on here, and I don't care if it's not massive, but people can come on here, have a chat, have their say. That's a most important thing. But that's what we're here today. Discuss City. Discuss recently. I mean, it's been a bit of a mad month, to say the least.
Yeah.
January was crazy. I mean, I honestly, I'm not necessarily upset. Like, at the end of the day, we're still in everything right now. It was in League Cup. We're in the UCL still. Be it we lose tonight and get playoffs, or we win and get through top eight, we're still in the Champions League at least going into. For me, I'd rather get through top eight than play more games because I don't want more players being injured. But if it is what it is, then it's our own fault. In the day, isn't it? Leverkusen at home lost 2-0, but against lost 3-1 away from it. You can't.
Yeah,
It's why next year in the Champions League, we do this again. We've got to be winning these games, the easier ones that we've got to win. I think the big ones always hard to do anyway. But I think the fact this team can go to the Bernabeu and win 2-1. I know we didn't have players out, but we still went to the Norway and lost 3-1. It shows you how mad UCL is this year. It's just a very weird season so far, isn't it? Very weird so far.
Yeah, it is. But like you say, we're in 4 competitions. We're Carabao. Let's say we've got 1 foot in the final there. Still a job to do. Champ League, look, we could be straight through. That's what we've got to hope for. Team lineups out. I like it. And Premier League, Paul Scholes said something. I think it was Scholes who said, "This is if Arsenal win it, they could possibly be one of the worst champions we've ever had." And it's not far wrong because City are, in my view, City have been about a 5 out of 10. Premier League performances as a whole, I would say they've been around a 5. Okay, mate, you could argue a 6. They're not a 4, but 5, 6. So let's say 5.5, just for argument's sake. And we are 4 points off the top of this so-called amazing Arsenal team who've got an incredible team and manager, and we are 4 points off them. If City find that 7, 8, 9, bloody hell, bloody show your face. Actually, don't.
Bro, bloody hell. New toys.
You need to,
this guy and his new toys thing. He's saying it all the time recently. All the shows he's saying it.
Don't get him bloody going on it. You need to get him on, Luke. You need to get him bloody on a show soon, mate.
One day I'll get both all 3 of us on one day. That will be a good show.
Yeah, we've done it before, haven't we? As a cracker, but we look.
There is, yeah.
We're in 4 things. All we need to, top draw. All we need to do is keep our heads, but we must improve. I mean, it is as simple as that. And I know it sounds easy to say, but if City continue to play at the rate they're playing at, Arsenal they'll win the league, and they'll probably just what's the word? Sort of fall to it. There's a better word. Trip to the title.
Up, yeah.
Whereas City, if they find their footing, we will win the title. I'm absolutely sure of that. But it's on City. We are better than Arsenal. These people that say Arsenal got a better team, 11 than City, and a better squad. When we've got bloody 10 injuries, I agree. But when we're fit, like if Arsenal are fit, which they are at the Mo, we've got a far better team. I mean, Christ alive, they got Gyökeres, the IKEA wardrobe, as Big Steve calls him, up front. He's not even getting games now. Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Jesus, who never plays. Well, no, sorry, he plays, never really scores, and he was the same for us. He was our backup. The two centre-backs they've got are good. Saka and Odegaard, did they turn up again at the weekend in a big game? Nope. No surprise. So, to me, City have been there, done it. We know how this story ends. We win the last 10 and then we win the league. Arsenal have yet to prove it. So, we'll see.
Yeah, so a big up Ash Bells, big up everyone in the chat as well. So the team of tonight is Donnarumma, Nunez, Husnov, Ake, Nori, Riley Bernardo, captain, of course, Shirky, Doku, Haaland, Marmouche. Now, obviously, Foden's not starting, but I don't. To be honest with you, right? With me personally, right, with Foden, right? I know with him, the ability is never gone. It's always there. It's the confidence that he needs to get himself back into again. And I don't blame Pep for starting Shirky. I think Shirky recently has been, he hasn't been himself recently, but I'd say he's probably the better person on form right now out of the two at the moment. I would rather start. However, I think Foden for me is going to be crucial for us this season because when he's on it, he's one of the best players in the world. Foden. When he's on it, he's one of the best. But when I say he's world class, it's a debate in itself. I think my sense of world class is like every season you're doing it. I think Foden gets that level. I think he will probably world class season, I think, but he's not quite there every year. I think he'll get there, but if he keeps doing it every year, then he's going to be there, I reckon. But no, but that team.
Sorry, there you go. You go, mate.
Cool, man. I think the team itself is really good. I know people will say, "Oh, where's this player?" But again, no Semenyo Gay can't play yet, sadly. But next game they can play in the UCL, which is good. So they'll get obviously. I'm going to ask you, Tony. Is it true that after this game, is there a squad update that we can do in it? I think for new players, I think.
Yeah. Semenyo and Gay can join for the knockouts. Yeah, for sure.
Brilliant. So I mean, which would be ideal because I think both of them give me us needed for that, I reckon. But I mean, this team's fine.
Need it.
Yeah, definitely need it. Yeah, but yeah. Cheers, Steve.
Yeah. Cheers, Steve. Yeah. You bloody like Martin. I swear that's Martin's bloody account. I'm at the game. Look, he loves telling people, doesn't he? He can't help himself, Martin. Foden is not playing well again this season. He's had a flourish. He tends to do it in sort of 3 or 4 games. He'll score 5 goals and then he's not playing well again. But he's extending his contract. I mean, some people won't like that. Tough shit. He's staying. He is definitely extending. And he warrants that. You know, some people have very short memories. Yes, he's not playing well, but you've got to believe he's still young in football terms. He's going to get back, hopefully, to his best. And if Foden was available, everybody on the market would be in for him. Every single club would be like, Foden, yeah, we'll have that. He's better than bloody Odegaard at Arsenal and all those numpties. So they'd be in for him. Liverpool, Bayern, everyone would be in for Phil Foden. There's a reason, because he's bloody good. Very good.
Yeah, Marty. You wish you'd be a bit funny than Steve, honestly. I'm not OTK though. Yeah, true, Steve. You're not OTK.
No, neither's Martin. So I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Martin.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. Big up, bro. Yeah. Well, I would say good luck tonight, but obviously both of us have got a win tonight. So, but good luck to you. Obviously, you and your fans. Obviously, I mean, to be honest, you're right. Turkish fans in general are incredible. You know, any club in Turkey, if you see that support is unbelievable over there. So, I'm sure tonight will be the other one for them tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, they'll be louder than our lot tonight, which, you know, and that's not me having a go at our own fans. I'm not there. And those lot, I'm sure, will be great. But you just know away fans are always the carnage, especially in bloody, you know, Europe. I was at City Leipzig, City Paris, and all this lot at the Etihad, and the away fans are always amazing. And I'm sure Galatasaray will be.
Yeah, exactly. Someone calm Zippy down. he's on a wind up, don't he? He's on a wind up.
He's in one of the moods. I had a phone call with him just before we come on. I could tell he was in one of those bloody wind up moods. You can always do. Look, I'll be singing Tony. Yeah, bullshit from my armchair. I am in an armchair here right now, actually. But yeah, looking at that 11. As long as Pep doesn't piss about, because when I saw the 11 for Bodo, I thought, okay, he's going to play there, he's going to play there. And in the end, he played the right back in centre mid, the centre mid at left, and the left at right. And you sat there going, It's that John C. Riley gif, you know, where he's bloody curly hair and his eyes are crossed and he's looking around going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one. It was like that. And tonight I see Nunes right, Aït-Nouri left. Let's hope that is the case and he's not shifting it and he's gone, do you know what? We'll put Nunes in the middle, we'll put O'Reilly left and Aït-Nouri on the right. Because that's what I'm worried about, Luke, is if we see that and then I'll be like, why do it?
Not messing it around, Pep. By the way, Oscar Bob, wish me all the best for Fulham. I do. I'm gutted it hasn't worked out. I am, but that injury, that broken leg injury, I do always wonder what happened what happened if it didn't happen. Where would he have been now? I'm not saying he'd have been starting every game, by the way, but it might have been more of a key player, maybe last year. Probably had more opportunities to do it. But with football, though, it's funny old game football. It's a funny old game football. It's not, like it can change a blink. And Fulham, I think Fulham with Wilson and Kevin and that players have got there. It'll do well, I reckon. Fulham.
Yeah, I'm not totally convinced on it. I think 27 million and 20% sell on to me is a good deal. I saw someone saying it's a bad deal. In fact, I was having a chat with someone before. They didn't think it was, and I thought, well, it covers the fee for Gahey for starters. You know, take away all he's got 6 months left and that bollocks. It doesn't really matter. Gahey's our player. We paid 20 mil for him. We've got 27 plus for Bob. He's not. He's still young. You don't want to write people off totally, but I'm in the same camp with him as I was with Rico. I don't think he'll be good enough. And the fact is, he's not going to even get in the squad here. And is he Fulham's level, mid-table Prem? Maybe. But there are questions over attitude and stuff. And it's not just from Norway, because he was due back in training, not last Thursday, but the Thursday before. And nobody's seen him. And I found that quite interesting. Pep made a loose comment about it, saying something, he's told me he's not fit, so he's not fit. But they expected him back training.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Thanks, people in the chat, by the way. I can see the stuff. Yeah, top chat. Yeah, so all the best to the lad. I'm not totally convinced that he'll make it at Fulham. I hope he does, not against us, but I'm not saying he's a bad player. It's like Rico Lewis. If he went to Forest, where's Rico Lewis playing in that Forest 11? Because if he wants to be a midfielder, he ain't getting in that midfield.
Well, do you know Bob reminds me of? People will be a bit shocked by this, but it's a very similar situation to Samuel Dozy.
Yes.
Bob's a more talented player than Dozy. I think he is, but I watch Norway quite a lot because Norway is obviously a sort of family thing. But the thing is with Bob, right, is that if he's confident, he's got mentality right, he will be a good player for anyone. The problem is with Bob, and we've seen it already, is that at the end of the day, he hasn't got maybe the mentality or the head there to sort of make it a City. Yeah, that's not a bad thing, by the way. You're young enough to sort of go to another club, do well there, and get better and better again. I'm sure he will, but it just feels a little bit, like if he stayed here to be on the bench or on the reserves, well, at the end of the day, what does that do for his career? I'd rather get some money for him and let him go out somewhere to get some experience. You know what I mean? And give McKay a chance, sort of come through at 17. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're spot on. The Oscar Bob is similar to where McAtee got to. He should have gone earlier than he did, and it was that awkward thing of he's too good to be sat waiting in reserves, but he's not good enough for City. And sadly, with McAtee, that is exactly as it's worked out.
Yeah, so, not in Forest, isn't it? As well, he's on the bench now. He always play.
Well, I've heard he's going on loan somewhere. They're trying to ship him out to go on loan, possibly to France or Germany or somewhere. So, I'd be quite interested to see what happens with McAtee. But I think this is the problem. I think people attach themselves to academy and youth and stuff, and they say, "Oh wow, and everyone raves." It's like the young lad McAdoo. Martin will have a go at me for that pronunciation, but that lad, he was terrific, and suddenly he should be playing ahead of Foden. He should be playing ahead of this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, He shouldn't. He was terrific, but it was Exeter. Chill out. He may well be good in the years to come, but we're going to see more of this. Make no mistake, though, Luke and everybody else, that academy was firstly built to make money.
Yeah,
Yes, we will get the odd player, but it's to make money.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm a big fan of the academy too. But at the end of the day, players like Jaden Heskey and Regan Heskey will be sold. I'm not being horrible. I like seeing him get a chance, but it's like Mifune going on loan. Well, that time we always know at that point he's being sold at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably sold at some point. It's going to happen.
It wouldn't surprise me if he went back out on loan somewhere, which I know Coventry were having a look. So they may not. It may depend on Ake, but I don't think Ake's going anywhere this window. So I think we're done for incomings as well. That's I've been told. I know Mankway's different. I think he's heard one more. I think that was Martin. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But no, I think we're done for incomings and we're done for the out. Bar maybe Elaine may go, but I think we've got the squad ready now.
Yeah, how's Lucas Derby draw and another draw? Yeah,
he's winding us up.
I know Adam is. Yeah, hey, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's I mean, it's mad how they played the City women's game over that game on Sky Sports. Right, it was a red button. That baffled me a lot because it was a big derby. But there you go, Seaside. Yeah, look, what Seaside? Us? Are you sure about that? No, we are.
Yeah, look out my curtains. In fact, you can look out. There is actually a Saints footballer. I know I've said before. There's a Saints footballer lives there. I tell everyone on every stream. So there you go. You can give me shit for that. I live next door to. I don't even know what his name is, to be honest. I think he's the right back, whoever the right back is.
That's to be fair. That could be anyone, any 2 or 3 players. To be fair, yeah. Well,
I think
as expected. As expected, a start. I mean, do what it is, right? I'm not scared of anyone, which sounds a bit arrogant, but I'm not. With us, we are good enough to beat anyone on our day. The only way with City, right? We both know at home. City are our own worst enemies. Don't be wrong. Other teams play well, like United did. Begrudgingly, they did play well against us, but we also fail to turn up in the game. So it's up to us to match the energy of the other team and get the result.
Yes. The fact is, Luke, and this isn't just us, and this is because, excuse me, it's going to come across arrogant, but if City turn up and play and match the energy, they will win most, 9 out of 10 at least games. And that's not just us, that's the same for Real Madrid. And all.
Please, we'll take off our hands, please.
yeah. There was some, I think Burnley or someone were having a look as well. So please do. I think he will go this window. And so it's the same with Real Madrid and all these other teams. Bayern, it's that level of intensity and matching the opposition, because City is somebody that teams want to beat. I know this will come across and people will go bollocks, and these fans will, of these teams, but I can assure you Arsenal's biggest game is Man City. Liverpool's biggest game is Man City. Man United's biggest game is Man City. And why is that? Because we're the best bloody team of this decade plus. And also their fans, especially at Anfield, even the Emirates, they make noise, which is rare. And Old Trafford, they never make more noise in them grounds than when City are there. I'm telling you, you see the Liverpool with the bus and all this bollocks. They don't bother with anyone else. They're like, who cares? With us, they're going all out riots, all the rest of it, because they know we're their biggest game. And they will say, oh, no, our biggest game's Everton, or our biggest game's Tottenham. It's not. It is Manchester City, no matter what they say.
Yeah, Mark said, up to Viana. To be honest, to be fair, it would be, wouldn't it? I mean, the thing is, who would you get at this point? I mean, you get it right back, but let's be honest, you got Javaro Reed at final, who I do like, to be fair. He's actually a good talent. But again, Javaro Reed, Elliot Anderson, I mean, you could get them out of there, but you're paying a premium on the premium. You were paying already for them in January. And it's like, do you want to be doing that right now, or would you rather be doing that later on down the line? Like, it's kind of like, way up, isn't it? Really, I mean, it was injury, sure. But, I mean, I for me feel like it's done in terms of income. I think income is kind of done now. summer players out, players in again. I mean, this is the thing, Tone. This rebuild isn't even done yet. Like it's still players that have to go out, players have to come in again. Like it's still a long way to go still. I think for where we want to be again. I think so, which is fine.
Yeah, I think we're another certainly busy summer window away. I don't think we need too much. I mean,
no,
the Bernie Cover go, you're going to need 1 or 2 in.
Yeah,
You've got to look to the youth as well, and we need a right back. We're fine, I think, for left centres. John Stones is going to go. Ake is going to go. So we're probably going to need centres as well. So, although to be fair, we're doing all right in that at the moment because we just added Gahey as well, and people begging for Kasanov to play more, and he absolutely should be. He's been arguably our best player in the last few weeks. Even when we've been shit at the back, he's the only one keeping any sort of bloody plaster over it. So, look, I think Viana's done a brilliant job, and the fact we're in transition and we're still competing in 4 competitions to this point and 4 points off the magnificent best team ever Arsenal is testament to the job that he's done, because it can be a lot rockier. Ask United, who finished 15th last year. Oh, well, to be fair, they've been shit for years, but you see where I'm going. We are clearing out the John Stones, the Bernardos, all those players, the De Bruynes, all these lot. I think after the summer, the squad will look fairly different. I think we're going to look, and then we will, by August, September, we will have the next phase squad. You're always going to lose 1 or 2 every window, but you're going to have that next phase.
Yeah, this is the thing, Tony. Like, the thing is, I'm not. Look, obviously, I was glad when Kev left because I think Kev was probably my favourite City player. Like him and Aguero probably up there with 2. I mean, obviously, a third player was Alano, but obviously, years go by, you obviously get players, you get older, you experience players more and more. I'm lucky to have experienced Torre, Silva, Aguero, De Bruyne. I'm lucky to have experienced quite a great set of players, but De Bruyne was a player, I think, because when it came to like the big moments in the Champions League, for example, in the Premier League as well, he was the man step up for them. I mean, obviously, there was Aguero, but I think De Bruyne just in midfield and what he did, it's a hard thing to follow. I think anyone said that Shirky was replaced with him. Like, you have to give Shirky a number of years to get there. Like even Shirky would say, and he's given a lot of respect to obviously KDB and who's come before him. But I think you can't compare Shirky and Foden to what Kevin De Bruyne and that. Like Foden's done a bit already, but he's still young himself still in this game. So
yeah, I saw somebody saying that Cherky was better. Martin will have a meltdown about this because he knows who I'm on about, and that Cherky was better than De Bruyne. And it's like, come on, like better than De Bruyne was for City. I mean, he might be today, but you know what I mean? It's just, whoa, chill out. 2 back heels, and he's suddenly better than David Silva, But I mean,
he's a young player, though. He's a young player, mate. He'll only get better and better. That's what I said before. So.
He's going to be brilliant for us. He's going to be terrific. I think all this squad are going to be great, or most of them. I think we've got some real talent here. The one I think is maybe underestimated is how good Kasanov can be. I don't think some people realise how good he is. I mean, he can be a bit rash, and if he just sorts that and brings a bit of Diaz and a bit of John Stones into his game, that guy is going to fly. I mean, he's going to be world class, if not one of the best on the planet
100%.
in years to come.
Well, bloody hell, not that ref for 1872 yellows, 3 red, 16 penalties. VAR then something fun. VAR will be fun tonight. Lovely, great.
Surely not. Is that right? Is that true, or is he on the wind up again with his dodgy stats?
So 72 cards, bloody hell, 18 games. Bloody hell, that's crazy. That is
some Jack Lee's yeah, true. Some Jack Lee's put just up there about the midfield. I think it was Jack. Yeah, it was. He's a good lad, Jim. And I've been on spaces with him. He's a top lad. And I definitely agree with him. If I'm looking at anything in that team, I'm going, that midfield, Bernie. I mean, I'm going to guess it's Bernie O'Reilly in there. Although you never know.
O'Reilly Bernardo. So I'm going to guess it's O'Reilly Bernardo Shirky. Which I understand the worries that I do.
Yes, but on the flip side, Nico G's not quite ready. I've not seen the bench. I presume he's on it. Rodri, look, if Rodri plays, people start saying, "Oh, he's going to break down. We keep on playing him." We've got so many bloody games coming up, and it's a shame. If it was a day later, I think Nico G would be starting in that midfield, but I think it's just come too soon. But the good news is he'll be fine for Spurs.
Right, so the bench is Trafford, Bettinelli. Well, it's just how bad it is. We're to keep us on the bench, but there we go. Reinders, Nico G, Foden, Charlie Gray. This is what I mean. That bench is still not great. Still, it's like you got like 2 or 3 players they can use. The rest of them are still injured. It's like can't or can't play because they're bloody ineligible. It's like the sooner we get out of this group stage and get into the knockouts, but wherever it is, and get Svenja and Gahey in the squad, much better bench to look forward to, which is good. A bit more options, especially.
Yeah, well, we've got Diaz back. He's back shortly. He's back in the next week. Hey, Kelkster, hope you're well. Sorry, that threw me there. We've got Diaz coming back, and there's a couple of others on the way back. So, I mean, even Kovacic, okay, I know, not the same player, but even he's back in a few weeks. So we are starting to gradually now get these players back, which is terrific. And I'm just looking at the bench myself. I mean, the options, Rico, no. Sorry. I know I'm going to get hammered for saying no. Nico G, Reinders, Foden are the realistic ones that can change the game there. And is it a strong bench? Absolutely not. Oh, Foden's suspended tonight. Yeah, of course, that's why he's not playing. I was just looking at that bench going, shit, he ain't broke down again. God, thank God for that.
Martin Shelby, just quickly. I won't play the sound of the video, but ask Gala fans going to the game today.
Wow.
I won't play his audio now, but it's just more just an idea. Look at the flames and the flares. That is crazy, isn't it? Bloody hell.
That's brilliant. Yeah, Foden on the bench, like Mac Way says. That's what I'm saying. Players from the bench who can change the game. Foden, Reinders, Nico G. The rest are just, let's put it this way, the others get on, we're free up. So I'm happy. What do we have to rely on the others? Somebody did put something about Liverpool having to lose. What is the thing?
Right, Joe, what we'll do actually, if I actually get the table up, right? I think what it is. Is there actually an article we can sort of read? All to play for the Champions League. So I'm just trying to find like what we need to do. But I think if I'm right in saying, I think we've got her. I think out of Chelsea, Newcastle, and that I've dropped points. So obviously, if we win, that's 3 points, which is what we want anyway. And obviously, a few goals. I think for tonight, you need at least a few goals tonight, event to sort of at least make it a bit better on goal difference. But then also, I'd think drop points for Liverpool. I mean, the thing is, if we look at fixtures tonight as well, like I'm going to say it is right. In the UCL, it's very open this year. So you got obviously avoid the first few. The Sporting are in there, and they're playing away at Bilbao. Now, Bilbao could obviously get a result against them at home, which obviously could obviously play in our favour, or draw. Barcelona are at home. I think Barcelona can only go through, I think, if they win the game by 3 goals and keep a clean sheet. So that could be an interesting one there as well. Madrid at Benfica. Well, Real are a weird team. It beat Monaco 6-1, beat Villarreal 2-0, but they could very easily lose a game or drop points out of nowhere. So I think it's very much not a guarantee there. And obviously, of course, old manager Mourinho at Benfica as well. Wants to obviously play that fun as well. Dortmund into Milan. I think now, if I'm right in saying Dortmund into Milan, I think they're both. Is it playoffs? I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, Inter. So this will be Inter going for it as well. So Dortmund, but again, obviously, it doesn't actually affect us anyway. Obviously, unless we obviously lose the game tonight. So it's down for us to obviously get a few goals.
If we win, we've got a fairly decent chance then, I think. I mean, like Jack puts in the chat there, we need Haaland to get a grip basically and start getting get his shit together because he's been terrible. And the service to him, by the way, has been. What's that? Sorry.
So, I said 1 goal in 9 games. By the way, one penalty goal in 9 games.
Yeah, and that shows you where he's at the moment. The thing is, I do sympathise with him a little, and because the service has been just deplorable, to be honest. He's getting nothing. And what was quite funny was the game he gets dropped against, we start crossing the bloody ball. You know what I mean? He's begging that Nunes one to Marmoush. He's begging for those type of crosses, and obviously Nunes hasn't been playing for a few games, but he was begging for that kind of delivery, and I bet he was sat on that bench going, "Where was that? Where was that when I was bloody well playing?" Oh, it's not copyright. Oh, you're getting bother.
There we go.
No
Right.
copyright, please. Here we go.
Look at that. Bloody hell.
Hang on, he's promoting his own bloody thing here. Look, he's done it from his own. That's all he's done. There's no copyright on the other one. He's just bloody well done that. Bloody promotion yet again.
Yeah, but honestly, right, you don't have MSM fans though. They're them kind of fans. They're very much like a all together kind of thing. Obviously, with all the players going off there, they're a great support. That's right. They really are. Does anyone know what I'm not sure on that one, man. I think I imagine there'll be some available probably. Especially on Wednesday as well, probably. Newcastle against PSG. I think PSG win that game. I'm sorry, Newcastle. I can't see it unless they turn up massively tonight. I can't see it personally. PSG need to win anyway.
No, so. You would think so. PSG have to win, don't they? So that's curtains then.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Let's have a look at the actual.
Yeah, that's true. But we've always had this with corners. What Kelkster puts there. We've always had when we had David Silva, De Bruyne. I remember cracking up with David Silva taking corners. I'm like, you're one of the best players on the planet. Wonderful, amazing. The only good corner he took was that one when Dzeko headed it in against QPR, which was, terrific. But I don't know what it is with our bloody set pieces. Whoever the set piece guy is, and he's bloody sacking. It's that French guy. Well, he's not French. That's his surname.
James French. Yeah, like no, get out.
Yeah, and he's booting out. He's done piss.
Yeah, but to get Jova in. Sure. Isn't that ironic? Isn't Nicholas Jova a former City? Well, I think as well. He's former City, I think.
Yeah, possibly.
Which is mental.
Possibly.
Which is mental. We let him go.
It is. But in a way, and I know some people disagree with this, I don't want to be the £1.6 billion team Arsenal are, and the only cheers you hear from their crowd are when they get a corner. That's depressing to me. To play football, I mean, it's Allardyce with a checkbook, Pulis with a checkbook. I can't. If you're Burnley, I get it. I totally get it. Go for corners, free kicks, all because they've spent 20 mil and they've whatever. But teams like Arsenal, it's just shameful. The only time you will ever hear their crowd is if they get a corner. It's shambles that. New toys. Well, yeah, because he was the one who said that we didn't need any more signings and all this. I think it was it that? And I was saying, well, we do in the summer. Oh, you just want new toys. You just want new bloody toys.
Well, this is the thing, right? I mean, like, when I was younger, I loved transfers, but the thing is, transfers now are just so boring because everyone leaks them like very early on before they actually happen. Do you remember back in the day when like you found out that we got Kevin De Bruyne for a goal? I didn't even know about that when it happened. Or knew about it kind of like an hour before. Like, you got Aguero for a dollar. What? Where is it? Like, you didn't really know about that because it wasn't common. It wasn't like everywhere on Twitter saying, "Oh, big bomber." Explosions, exclusive news. It's crazy.
Yeah, and also it's who can get the exclusive first. And when I was on X, I used to get followed by all kinds of journalists and stuff all the time. Loads of them. Bloody, I'd get them on Instagram. In fact, there's one particular one I'll tell you after. I won't share it on the thing. That literally the minute I put anything, they've got an article, or he has, putting the same pissing thing out within about an hour.
Yeah.
And he's been in my DMs as well. He's been on a couple of shows as well, I think. And he's a pain in the arse. Oh, have you heard this? Have you heard that? Have you heard this? Have you heard that? It's like, go and bloody do your job, mate. You know what I mean? You
Where's your
sort
sources?
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was centre back. I mean, at the moment it's pretty swell. Obviously, if Stones goes, then fair enough. But I think we're fine with centre backs now, personally.
Yeah, you see, he's missed off half the narrative on that. He's just gone with you want another centre back. What he's missed and purposely done because he is
He's
smart.
laughing, by the way. He's laughing in his car right now. I know he is. I know he is.
He's getting his car. Yeah, what else does he get up to in that car? That's what I want to know. I tell you, right, with Stones and Ake go, we need a centre back. That's all I'm saying. But he misses that part. He goes straight for the 2-footer.
As always, yeah, as always. Yeah, Vitor Hayes to me, right, I've been really impressed with what I've seen from him so far, but I don't know whether we'll give him that chance next season. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, by the way. I think he's been brilliant for Girona, but it depends whether or not we want him to get in the team now, or we want to give him another year out on loan again. I don't know about you, Tone, but
yes, if the word I got, I think I may have said it on the 90-minute show. There's a little plug, Martin. You'll bloody love that. That's Friday, by the way, 2:00 on Mancunian Way. Yeah, Vitor Hayes or Rice or whatever he's called. It sounds like he's going to go back on loan. No decision's been made, but it sounds like he's going to be going back out. Which, look, he's going to be a top player, but I think maybe another year because Kelkster said it there. You know, we're quite loaded at centre back, and it sounds to me that we might be looking at another centre back anyway in the summer. So if that's true, then he's not going to play.
Anyway, yeah, big up Martin, mate. Enjoy the game, mate. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully the atmosphere is really good as well. Because I've been able to go. I'm going to try and go to a is it the home leg in the next round of the UCL or one of the games if obviously we get through. So I went to Napoli when that was really good. I love the atmosphere of that one. So
I'll join you maybe for that, Luke. We can get the Southampton coach up, and they can all give a shit when we arrive, can't they?
Oh yeah, I get on X already as it is, so why not? At this point, yeah, why not?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, highest 35 million, says Mankway. Wow, he was, but you know we haven't seen him yet. He's been bought for the future, isn't he? He's not for now.
Do you know what it is, right? I would like to. I see a lot of John Stones in him, like a Brazilian John Stones type player. It'd be nice to see him, like him and Hussanov, the future of the club, and Gahey. I mean, that's brilliant. Like, I think Juma Bar will be sold. I can't see us again. Good player himself. I like him, but I think you can't have everyone stay at the club. You can't have every youngster. Like Echeverry, we can keep him around. It'd be great, but I think these guys are getting bought in for a lot of money and get sold on for a lot more money at profit, which is fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Juma Bar will go. I think if they get 15 mil, I think I saw somewhere he'll go permanent. But that maybe shows that City don't quite believe in him. I don't see Rice. I'm going to call him Rice. Going not permanently. I might be totally wrong, and he moves, but he reminds me a bit of Varane as well when he was good, not the rag version.
No,
the Real Madrid one before
the actual good elite best to the back of the world for Varane, not the one that we saw at United. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, that's who he reminded me of when I've seen him in the 2 or 3 games, which very brief stuff, but that's who he reminded me of, and I was so impressed with him. He looks so good, and I think he'll make it here, but it's just not the time. The problem he's got, which is the problem many players have in this squad, is when we're fit and rolling, who's playing where, and there will be 2 or 3 players that miss out on the match day squad, won't even get in the 20, because if the squad is fit now, which I know people say we always have injuries, and we do more than anyone. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we look at the squad and it is fit now, you're leaving Rico Lewis, obviously Oscar Bob, all these other players. There's a couple more I've probably missed out as well. You know, even Kasanov, I think, has missed out on the squad once. And that's the problem, is juggling that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm excited for the future. I mean, I said before the start of the season, in my predictions, I said secondly, I thought more Liverpool being the best team. I thought Liverpool will have been better this year than what they actually are right now. I mean,
I think
they're shocking right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I've seen better from like Florian Wirtz, but again, like it's not great considering the fact that how much he's cost them. But it's I like Ekitike. He's a good player for them, but Liverpool been so mental this season that I think I put Arsenal third in my opinion. I thought Arsenal wouldn't do well this year, but obviously they've done better than I thought they were going to do. But then again, it's January. Who cares about where you are in January? It's where you are in May that counts in the league, not where you are in January. A lot can change in a season, a few games. So
yeah, Liverpool, because I don't know what points they're off us. Is it 10, I think? And up until recently, they were like 6 or 7 off, and it was like, bloody hell, they've been apparently shit, and literally another win, and they're only a win off, but thankfully they've lost at Bournemouth and we've won a game. But Liverpool should be doing a hell of a lot better. You cannot come out winning the league, spending 440 million, and then they're bang average. They're lucky the quality of this Premier League is so poor, because they really could be in, like when Klopp had that season where they were dropping to 8th and 9th, they really could be back down there again. And they should be doing a hell of a lot better for the money spent. The problem Liverpool got is their forward planning's not been good enough in terms of certainly the back line or the centre backs, because Van Dijk is now Van Disney, that's official, and Konate looks like he's had his head turned. He's not interested anymore. So what I do find quite funny, though, Luke, is that you have people like Carragher, after spending all that money, saying, we need to spend more money. We need to spend far more money. In Jan, we need 2 centre-backs. It's funny how that's the answer all of a sudden when we used to get slated.
Bloody hell. That is like... I'm sorry, right? The club have got to do better with this in terms of seating and where people, like, I know, like, they're going about obviously a business, that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, right, it's still a football club. Like, it's the home end. I mean, I don't really get why that's happening all the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the problem is the club just don't have a grip on it. And I saw a Blue earlier on Insta saying that they had 4 family tickets and sold them to a Galatasary fans because they gave them a tenner more or something. And it's like, but the club needs to sort this shit out. But unfortunately, and I don't like it any more than anyone else, it's run as a business, and there will be people in that club. Some people in that club who won't give a shit as long as that ticket's gone and they've got the money. They don't give a toss who's in it.
I mean, I'm gonna say it though, man. As well, I know. I don't go home and away a lot. I go home games as much as possibly can. But at the end of the day, right, the way they've treated the fans that go home and away is a disgrace. Like the way that they treat some people on that ground. I mean, these people have watched the club in the doldrums. Again, I was 3 years old and when I left Main Road Etihad. Again, I'm not going to claim that I knew it. I didn't. Like, my is Etihad. It is what it is. Like I've got. That's where I am. It's not a bad thing. Everyone starts somewhere at the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there are people like yourselves. Obviously, people like Big Steve, Martin, even like my dad's friend who went in the 70s at Main Road. Even I think Alex's dad went in the 60s. Like, some people have been going to the city for a long time, and they've been going to games Main Road, Etihad, not Highbrow, way too old even for other people now, but Main Road, Etihad. They've been going for years and years and years. Some even like towards like 70 years of their life going to watch City home and away or home.
My first, they do. And my first game was in 1987, Main Road, and we lost. I think it was 3-1 to Palace. Eric Nixon, the keeper, got sent off, and up front they had Mark Bright and Ian Wright. Not a bad little double, that one. I think. And I remember leaving that. I sort of recall walking down a stairwell in tears because I couldn't handle all these people. I wasn't used to it. I was only 6. I remember my dad saying, "You'll be crying more watching this shower of shit every bloody week, lad." I remember him. I can sort of vividly remember him saying that. And look, I used to go far more back then. When we were in League One, I went far more than I do nowadays. And Yeah, it's a totally different club now. It's not a people's club anymore. It's a worldwide club. And look, we have some amazing. I do think sometimes the overseas fans get a bad name, and I don't think that's right, because people look at that and go, "Oh, the overseas fans are the problem." And that's not the case. We have some unbelievable overseas fans who are getting up at 4 a.m, buying the official merch and paying bloody 30 quid to have it delivered and all this other stuff. And yes, there's some twonks overseas. There's some twonks in bloody England. There's some twonks that live in Manchester as well that are City fans. To me, it's just a problem. And I just wanted to point that out. Sometimes it's like local fans versus, and it shouldn't be that way. We're all City fans. We all want what's best for the club. We all have our own view. I disagree with, all loads of blues every bloody day, but he's always done respectfully. We should sell this one. I don't think we should, and that's it. And we move on. That's what it should all be about. We should all be on the level playing field, that we all want what's best for the club. And I think the vast majority of this fan base are terrific, really, really good. But unfortunately, there are some that are not. And unfortunately, there's one or two in the club that are not doing what's best for the club either.
No, I do agree on that. And a lot of it now, I think that's why for me, right? I mean, like, at the end of the day, if you have an opinion, right, that's fine. Like, as long as it's not abusive, that's what I care about. As long as you're being respectful of other people, and that's what I care about.
Yeah.
But after your no tone, it's not just on here or Twitter. It's a lot of different, like even Blue Moon Forum at times can be absolute bloody chaos at times in there. I remember being on there for years before I was on X and Twitter back then, but obviously not really as much as I wasn't. Like City Twitter back in like 2012, 2013 was pretty dead. Like it was around, but it wasn't a massive thing. Like don't get me wrong, right? I chat to a couple of people that I've sort of known and still talk to even now, years and years later, but it wasn't this massive thing that it is now. It was very small scale. Like YouTube of a very small scale as well. But now you look at it now, it's massive. Got all the different accounts now, different. Got City Extra, City Report. There was obviously City Watch, but we won't go into that because we won't know about that. What we'll look it up, but yeah, there was that before that. Yeah, I mean it's a shame because I know a lot of the guys who are actually involved in that, and they're very good guys as well, which is a shame. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that, but
yeah,
it's just that people think that if you get rid of yada yada, like let's say you got rid of someone like Cal, someone like myself, it's better. It's not. Nothing changes, mate. We are just one person in a massive fan base. Yeah, we got a good following, but at the end of the day, Tone, we are still fans of the club. I think I'm better than anyone else. Never have done.
Yeah. Sorry, Luke. I mean, the thing is, I had this conversation about a month ago. You might have seen it on Insta, and somebody said to me, "You think you're a better City fan than I am because you say you're more grounded." And I said, "No, I didn't say that. What I said was, what I find from my experience, right? And this is not a dig at younger fans. I don't think I'm a better fan than a younger fan and whatever. But what we're saying on this particular point was that we've watched City when they're in League One. I'm not saying I'm a better fan because I've seen them in League One or all the rest of it. But what that does, I think, is perhaps makes you more grounded. Not a better fan. That's completely different. I've had this conv with Martin and Ozzy and all the others. Where you've been through all that shit and the club literally nearly going out of existence. And if it wasn't for fans like the Martin and the Big Steves and so on going to the club, they wouldn't exist. It genuinely wouldn't. You can read up, go and check the absolute shit happening back then, crazy stuff. And it grounds you, I think. So sometimes, and again, this isn't a dig. I'm not trying to say all young fans. That's not the case. But what I'm saying is when you've been through that shit and you win 10 games and then we lose one, we can turn around and go, okay, yes, expectations have changed. I know that it's a different club, but in yourself, you've been to the shit, and losing 1 in 10, finishing second and third, or having 2 seasons without a trophy is fuck all to what we've had in the past. So it's about that. Whereas if you're perhaps maybe used to the trophies and used to it, it's maybe more difficult to sort of comprehend not doing that. It doesn't make you less of a fan. It's just you haven't had that experience, but you will do when you're older. You'd have had all this experience and all this so on. So yeah, it's different.
Exactly, Sarah. It does. Again, I'm 25. Yes. I've got many years ahead of me before watching this club. Wherever we are. But it's like people assume, oh, we get shit, you won't be here anymore. No, I'll still be here, mate. If it's the thing, winning trophies is great and all right, but do you know what makes winning trophies even better? When you've been crap for a little bit. Let's say you've been out of it for a little bit, and suddenly you get good again. And that, like, again, I know I haven't had them years of being absolutely terrible, but again, you can't help when you're born. You can't help when you're born, and people need to understand that. Like, everyone's different of how they do things. You can't force someone to support one club because of whatever reason. Like, football is not that deep, people. It's like, if you support, fine, but support the club thick and thin.
Yeah,
even when they're at the crap.
Yeah, Sarah's spot on, and so Steve as well. He's a top lad, Steve. I see him in loads of the chats, like
he's a great guy,
and all that. Like, yeah, he's class, and he's spot on here. Patience and accepting. It is for older fans. It's and people jump on that, the younger lot, and go, "You think you're gatekeeper and all this sort of stuff." I get it. 2 or 3 times a week, somebody in Insta and that will say, you're bloody gatekeeping, or you think you're a better fan than that. So it's not about that. It's the fact that I went to watch City lose 2-1 at home to Tranmere when they had John Aldridge in charge. So when we lose, you know what I mean, bloody Arsenal, it's just, exactly. We lost to Bury, and all this.
And bloody Stockport, them teams, isn't it? Like,
The classic York City game on Boxing Day when we lost 2-1, and about 1 million Blues say they were there when we only had not even 1,000 of them. Every Blue, you're not a real Blue unless you're at Bootham Crescent and watched us lose 2-1 to York. Look, I stand by it. I just think older fans, and by older, maybe 40 and over or whatever, which is me, I'm 45. To me, it just like Sarah says. Sarah put it far better than I would. Better sense of perspective on it, and you're just calmer and cooler. And after the games when everyone's on Spaces, and you know what it's like, Luke. We lose a game, people are queuing up to get on Spaces. People are queuing. Your chat, Mankway's chat, LB's chat. The numbers are flying. Not blaming you. I'm saying the numbers are going nuts. We win the same game 3-0. It's half the bloody numbers. No one really wants to talk. People love that.
Well, this is the thing, though. Like, even that's why I give about a day or so after a loss. I think I'm not doing a review. Like, I think I want a more relaxed, chill conversation rather than just a throwing shit at the walls. At the end of the day, right? Look, they're right. Am I happy when we lose? Of course not. But no one is. If you think I'm happy losing to United that way, I was disgusted. With the whole team, apart from the keeper, he was really good. The rest of the team were terrible in that derby and Glimpse. I'm sorry, like at the end of the day, right? Yes, we lose games, but you lose games by giving fight. And if you lose a game, it is what it is. If losing a game is part of football, mate. But when you lose the way you're losing, it's like no, I can't stand that. I can't stand for it at all. Like
no, I'm totally with you, mate. And I think when we lose, I get angry. I'm quite a chill person generally, but I do get for sure angry. I've met you a few times now, and it's always chilled and that. If we lose, we lose. So be it. And we're cross. I was beyond cross. I was actually weirdly more angry with the Bodo one, just because we got embarrassed at Old Trafford. But losing to a team from Norway in pre-season to me was just a real low point. I was really angry that day. I went downstairs and Reece sent me straight back up because I was so pissed off. She's like, just go upstairs, go and cool off.
Go and cool off, That's
I'm not going to go on to Spaces in a show and that and start going, Pep out, everybody out, get rid of bloody
emotional.
Everybody.
It's emotional. And we've all been there. We've all been there. But it's emotions.
We all deal with it differently, Luke. We all do.
Exactly.
If that helps people, I do my Insta thing. I'll be honest. I do my Insta quick reaction things to get anything off my chest. And then the minute I sign out from that, I'm not on chats, I'm not on X and stuff. So I literally sign out and then I go with the family. That's why I actually do the Insta 5 minutes now, because it helps me go. But I don't tend to overreact and go pep out, but I do call things out on there and say, he's not been good enough. They've not been good enough, and I will call it out. But once I've done it, signed out. But other people like to go nuts and crazy, and that helps them. And if that's the case, so be it.
Yeah,
DC,
big up DC. Good to see you as always in the chat. No, but the thing is, I've made a lot of good friends, like people that I sort of go on to. Even shows that to make things. I go on obviously on shows different people from around the world, right? That might say like they don't like certain players and that, or have their opinion, but they're actually good people because they're willing to have a conversation. And like that's what I love about the community. We've all got different opinions. We're all from different points of view. But that's the beauty of how good we are together. Like we're not here to have a go at each other. That's why I think X and me, I'm saying it myself more and more now. It's just become like it's not about that anymore. It's a lot more like about anger and at each other rather than actually just having a conversation. I think whereas YouTube it can be like that a little bit, but it's a bit more controlled in that environment because what you can do is just turn it off or whatever. But
that's it, and it can be addictive though, for people. Mankway Martin, shame he's not in the chat. He's on every bleeding channel, every bloody show. If he's not on the show, he's in the chat. I wind him up about it, saying how many saw that message. Crikey, not on camera, I'm not. I'm afraid you'd be disappointed. But I'll be honest, that comment's framing. Totally framing. I don't know what I was saying. First time I've been called beautiful.
Waffling on now. Waffling on again. Waffle show's back.
Yeah, that was a cracker. That was good times then, mate. Good times.
Yeah, no, you know what it is, right? I mean, I think in life, right, all good things like X when it was good come to an end. And it's not a bad thing. I think eventually, like you kind of evolve and do other things to drive other people. That's what I'm doing. Again, I think YouTube for me is like where I find I'm more chatty now on there. I think I just or in Instagram now, or I just go on WhatsApp, all the chats with people in there. I think that's just where I get my fix now because I think that's just kind of where I feel a lot more safer knowing that I've got people that I can talk to in there who aren't going to start going randomly on a random post. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, Instagram I've found far nicer and better. You can also restrict it better. I always found on X, if you blocked or muted someone, you'd still see the bloody comments pop up and they could still see yours. Whereas Instagram, it's just so much better to you can just it's better at viewing what you want to view. I don't want to view what Elon Musk or all these other numpties tell me to view. I just want to see what I want to see. I choose to be on Instagram. I choose to follow those accounts. That's what I want to see. And that's who I want to talk to. All the people I need to talk to, I speak with on the show chats, you, WhatsApp, whatever. It's all good with me.
That's how it is. But look, like anything, right? I think if we were to obviously, I think the beauty about where we are right now is that we're still in awful competitions. Now, we're not winning the quad. If that happened, I would be like, well, at that point, it's done. There's no like the peak you've reached. That point is just like we all thought
exactly.
But then again, though, Tone, we've been at a point of winning 4 twice in our history. What was it? In 22, in 20. I think was it 23 at one point? Well, yeah. If that Southampton game in the Carabao Cup wasn't an embarrassing loss, I was at that game. That was a disgrace. That game.
I missed that one, thankfully. Well, I saw it, but not at the ground.
Agreed, DC. You are well done for not being on X. Congratulations. Good. Stay off it.
Yeah. Look, everyone's entitled to do what they want to. Hello. everyone's entitled to do what they want. If you want to go on X, go on X. The thing I don't like, I mentioned this on Insta and actually a few bit on this. Got a bit of shit actually from a couple, but all good. Nothing major. But I remember saying on there, saying you can't go on X and continue to, you know, be in that bubble of where you know there's abuse and shit. I said this to Mankway Martin, and I've said it on other shows, and he won't care that I'm saying it. I've said to him, he chose to go on a show straight after we'd lost to, I think it was United or Bodo, knowing there was a couple of people on there, or one person maybe, that winds him up. Likes winding him up, prodding him, and then he does spaces. And he says to me all the time, you know, he likes doing them, but there's always a couple of idiots who jump in when we lost. And I said, yeah, but you're choosing to do them. What do you think people are going to say after we've lost to Bodo and United? They're not going to go on there, jump in, be happy, give Pep a 10-year extension. They're going to be saying, what the fuck is going on with Haaland? What is wrong with Foden? And they're entitled to do that. And that's the thing I don't like, is when people sit on X and then they complain about things that are being said on X. And a Blue messaged me the other day, I think he's at the game tonight, and said, Tony, have you seen all this shit on X? 10 bloody messages. I'm like, I don't give a shit what any of them are saying. Don't care. Pep out, Pep out, Pep out. Bernardo needs stringing up. You know, it's all the rest. It's like, it's all waffle, mate. It's all waffle.
It is. It's like, the thing is, you're just saying it at that point for attention at that point. Like, you don't actually mean what you say. Like, and this is where, for me, right, I mean, that's why I just, you know, enjoy it. Just a genuine, like, again, a very chilled conversation with a good chat, people that have their say. Chilled chat, hour and a half, 2 hours, done, I'm sorted. That's my way of talking to people about football, because I can't be getting stressed because on Twitter, you say something, right, it's out of context. On here, I give context for what I say, how I say it. That is why I'm done doing many posts now on X, and I've done one before, right? I just think, I'm not doing this to myself, because if we lose a game, someone's going to go at me for saying, no, I'm done. Like, I've been burnt enough times as it is on that. I ain't doing that again. So,
yeah. And as you know, I think we all get, you know what I mean, some shit. I've certainly had my fair share of shit when I was back on it. But, you know, you get the good stuff as well. You know, I've met a lot of Blues.
In the ground, you know, watching our show, fair play, big up.
Yeah, so you bloody should be, and hit the like as well, you tight sod. I tell you, he's a bloody character, isn't he? I do need to get up there, actually, go and see him. He owes me a drink, actually.
But generally, people, like, the thing is, right, I'm going to say this now, I'm being sloppy, right? Martin is generally one of the nicest people he can possibly meet. Anyone, like, he gets a lot of shit in people undeservedly, but, like, generally, he's a generally nice person. Like,
what, Martin?
Yeah.
Oh, Martin's one of the best people I've met. Yeah, but one of the best Blues as well. He does get shit. I mean, he loves it as well. Not the shit, the real abuse, but he loves stirring shit up.
The banter's fine.
Yes.
The banter's fine, yeah.
Yes. Not the abuse, no, definitely not. But I probably do, actually. But he is a lovely, lovely guy, and he'd do anything for you as well. And he has your back, and he gets shit because he wants what is best for the club. He is not an overreactionary fan. The problem Martin has, as I continuously tell him, is that he does tend to tackle reactionary people. So you clash. If they're Pep out every time. We win 20 games, we lose one, it's Pep out. And then he'll go bash and go, well, this is ridiculous. And that's where he is with that sort of stuff. But Martin's one of the best Blues. And if you ever go to a game, you ought to arrange to meet him. Yeah, he's top guy.
Yeah. So I'll see him at away games. I've seen him at home games, and that he's a generally lovely guy. And obviously I've met Sane as well. And he's really nice as well. So now honestly, in this community, we need more people like that who are just going to be, who aren't afraid to say as it is, but aren't, in a fan base, you need people from all walks of life that to sort of make it a balanced affair. I think that's what I love about it with platform when it's done correctly. That's why I love doing YouTube still, because. I met yourself. Obviously, you yourself obviously near me, and he obviously near me anyway. Obviously, not far from me anyway. So we're used to obviously, I won't say exactly where, but I do know roughly where you are yourself anyway. But
don't tell him.
I'm not doxing you or myself. I'm not doing that. No. No.
Yeah, we'll have
But,
them at our front door, mate. We
oh,
don't-
God.
not
Well,
the chat. I mean the
no,
clowns
the
on
chat's
bloody
fine.
end.
It's the ones that are idiots. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, honestly though, I mean, it's been, I mean, before we obviously sort of end this off at some point, obviously before the game in about a quarter of an hour or so, I'll ask you this as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel going to the rest of the season? Like, I know obviously it's January. It's not obviously we're not in the crunch time yet. We're getting close towards it, but we're really there.
Yeah.
How do you feel yourself right now at the moment?
I will base it on how we normally finish a season, which is well, because that's all I have to go on. I think we will find our footing. We, as an Arsenal, will both drop points. By the way, I keep seeing no one can drop points. And Villa, I should count Villa in that. And
Villa as well, yeah.
Yep, all three teams are going to drop points. Obviously, Arsenal can afford to drop more, but if we beat Arsenal, we're a point behind them, and then it's anyone's game then. And I just think Arsenal, to me, are wildly look. They're a good team. There is no doubt they're a good team, but I think they are wildly overrated in terms of the media saying they're up there with one of the best ever. I've seen that comment in the Mail recently. Someone showed me.
No, nowhere near it, mate. You can't be best ever win nothing. Come on, man. Like,
exactly. I think we'll finish the season really well. I expect us with at least one trophy. I think Villa will fall away. I think most people do. It's between us and Arsenal. I think it will be for the title. I just think we've been there. We've done it. The thing, if we don't get the injuries, and I'm not talking, we'll always have 2 or 3. If we don't get the 10 injuries, I think we'll win the league. And I think Champions League's more of a lottery. We are capable of beating anybody in Europe without any doubt. We can beat any team in Europe, but you need that bit of luck in the Champ League. You need certain little things that go for you at little moments, and red card for the opposition at a nice time. You get those little things. Real Madrid always get them. These little things that just nick you away. So, but in terms of Carabao, we've got a solid chance. FA Cup can depend on the draw. We've had a great one so far. The Premier League, as long as we avoid injuries, in my view, we are better than Arsenal. We have a far better manager than Arsenal, and I think we will win the title as long as we don't get catastrophic injuries. That's my view.
The UCL is a hard one for me, because the UCL for me, like, I'm gonna be real with you, right? The UCL this year, and if we go through a table, right, I'll be real with you on what I think of the teams. Arsenal, they're done well so far, but I wouldn't say they're great themselves. Bayern have been good, but recently very hit and miss. Recently, they've been what they Madrid, not that good at all. I'll be real, not that good at all. Liverpool, God no. Tottenham, no. PSG, not as good as they were last year. I'll be real, but experience. Newcastle again, same. Chelsea, same. Barcelona, you got your Mal and Rafinha, mate, but they're not always that great all the time, are they? In Barcelona at times.
No,
we have got a good chance, mate. Of winning it. I know it sounds mental, but we do. We have a good chance of winning. Now that might sound a bit mental because we lost to obviously Glimpse last time out. But if you have everyone back fit and everyone locked in, we have every chance of going to win it. This competition, right, is never about being the best team. It's about whoever you get over the line and get the result. That's how it is, the Champions League. And obviously, the year we won it was we smashed Leipzig, smashed Bayern, smashed Madrid, beat Inter Milan. We did it the hard way and won it, which I think is the best way of doing it personally. But I'm not ruling us out until basically we're out anyway. Like, until we're like properly out of it, like whoever we're against, we have every good chance of going through and doing well as anyone. Because when Haaland's on form, best striker in the world.
Yeah.
Donnarumma, best keeper in the world. Rodri, best DM in the world. Centre backs, I mean, best in the world is kind of like up for debate with both of them. I think we're the best ones, but we've got a great squad here, mate. That's being built.
Sorry, Luke.
Go on.
No. I was just going to say. I'm sorry, I interrupted. All I was going to say was, nobody will want to play us. I can guarantee you that. Nobody will want to play because we're on the border, and if we can just start clicking, Our squad is a lot better, I think, than people give it credit for. We'll probably bloody lose 3-0 tonight now. But yeah, probably. But I just think our squad's really good. I just don't think we're fit and firing at the moment. We will be in for some success, I'm sure.
That's why, for me, anyone say, "Oh, I give up on the season," like, guys, there's a lot. Even if the league isn't for us, right? Like, even winning a couple two would be unbelievable for the squad. Like the Carabao Cup, as we all know, mate, was massive in terms of getting us that winning mentality in Pep's second year against ironically Arsenal in the final. We won 3-0.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So
no, I fancy us. I think we'll do well. I think we'll do well, Luke.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, it's been I'm looking forward to seeing that. I know it's been a bit of a up and down season, but I've always said, mate, it was always going to be it was always going to be a bad up and down season because the year after last year and how it was, mentality shot, confidence in the bin, players falling off. It was always going to be a hard one to go into the year after and be that mentality monster team. We were always going to have bumps in the road. Next year, I think we'll be a lot better next year. Next year, we'll probably have a much better start next year. Much better, maybe, I'm not saying we'll win every game, but we'll be a much better team next year. We'll have a lot more to sort of build and establish a squad. Ryan's in his second year, Shirky in his second year. A lot of players in their second or third years getting more development in their games. That's right now where I'm at with this team. I've got patience for this team because I know it's a long project. It's a long process. The word is shit because of Arsenal, but it's true. We're in a phase of change. We're going to a new way, a new system. You aren't going to get that straight away, and that's fine.
No, yeah,
that's second, right. Yeah. But we're second, 4 off Arsenal in January. We're in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, pitching on the final. Champions League, look, we're still UCL's a long way to go. UCL, long way to go. Ask me again in March, but UCL, ask me again. And right now, don't really give a shit right now. FA Cup, same thing. FA Cup UCL, ask me again in March. Right now, Carabao Premier League, yes, we're doing very well. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at. I agree with you 100%. I think we'll be fine. Let's just get past tonight, and then we go from there.
Absolutely. Right. We'll end it there before the game starts. Big up, Tone, for coming on, mate. Massively appreciated. Exactly, yeah. Just look, I don't care if it's 2-1. If it's 2-1, we don't go through. It is what it is. But at least we know it's our own fault while we're not in top 8. If it is the case, but if it's playoffs, so be it. We'll be there, backing the boys for more games if we need to. Anyway, guys, take a roll. Enjoy the game. Come on, City. Let's get the win. Come on, boys.
Yeah. Can I just say thank you, Luke, for having me on. Much appreciated. Really loved the show, and I'd hopefully get on again. And thanks everyone in the chat. I've had Insta messages and people in the chat and so on. Amazing. Really appreciate all the support. And get following, liking, do all the works. Luke works really hard on this channel, so let's help him get the views up and all the rest. Cheers.
Absolutely good. Yeah. Next time as well, when he's actually back on doing shows again, I'll get Bevo on again next time. He's been a bit recently for a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but he's all right. He's okay, but back soon, which is good. So yeah, bit about guys. Enjoy the game. We'll see you guys soon in the stream. Take a roll.